Howdy y'all. How are we doing today? I know today has been a bit of a rough one for me. I think this is the first day that being alone and not being able to go anywhere has really gotten to me. I'm trying to stick it out. I've got a bit of a headache and I think that's definitely a part of it. But I want to talk about my cross stitch. I actually got quite a bit done last week, which is great. I'm very excited about that. I actually got a page finish on my Haid, but we will talk about that in a second. So this is, once again, my birthday gift for my sister. It is an Etsy pattern, and I'm actually not going to do all of the pattern because there is 2 more Pokemon that actually aren't even on here yet. There would be one up here and one over here. But I'm just not really liking stitching this pattern. I think I've realized that I don't like stitching big blocks of color. Not really my thing. I think this pattern's super cute and I think it's going to look great. And I think it's definitely, for the amount of time I had to stitch it, I think it was pretty much my only option. But yeah, so it's kind of slow going progress. I have to put on something that I really enjoy watching to get it done. So I just have some white in her bottom to stitch, and then the yellow here, and then I'm gonna finish up this little guy and maybe find some like lettering to write happy birthday or her name or something. But yeah, I think it's really cute. I like how it turned out, and I think I'll be able to get it done I have to have it done by the 10th, which gives me 11 days to finish it. But I can't get the stuff that I was going to finish it with, of course, because I'm not going out. And there is, of course, a chance that I won't even get to see her until after her birthday. But yeah, I think this will fit pretty well in just a regular sized hoop. I think that's how I'm just going to finish it, with a little ribbon tied on top. Actually, probably like hot glue down, I think is what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to get a bigger ribbon and hot glue it, and then write her a little card. So that'll be her birthday gift from me this year. Yeah, I'm actually super bummed out because we were supposed to go to Myrtle Beach for her birthday, and that is not happening anymore because the state, and totally should not happen. We definitely should not be going to the beach right now. We definitely need to be staying safe and everything. But it just kind of sucks because it's her 16th birthday and we were really, really looking forward to it. I'm going to take my glasses off because there's a really bad reflection in them. I'm sorry. But yeah, she's pretty bummed about that. I think she's going to get her hair dyed instead. I think that's what she wants to do when all this is over. A friend of my mom's does our hair. And my hair is growing out like crazy because I haven't gotten it done in like 2 months. So I might have to cut my own hair. See how that goes. And then another project I'm doing for my sister. This one is actually for her high school graduation, which she's a sophomore right now. So I have 2 years. I have 2 summers. Really, that's when I get the most work on this done, because this is good like car stitching. And I went ahead and I don't know if you can see that, but I outlined her arm. So that is all solid stitch of this light 211, I think is the color there. And that is all mindless stitching. So I am listening to either a podcast or watching a show, or most recently listening to lectures. When my teachers just put out lectures, I've been listening to some lectures and, you know, pausing to take notes on stuff. But yeah, a lot of times in lectures that I'm taking right now, they're very basic classes. So, you know, they'll be on a slide for 10 minutes saying the same thing, because I think what I've noticed is online teachers, I don't think, notice the clock as much. So they, like 2 of my teachers have been like, oh no, I'm way behind. And I'm like, yeah, you talk for 20 minutes about 1 slide. So I sat down and counted out that sleeve, and the stitches ended up working out on both sides. I'm very happy about that they met. And I had all my counting because I had a pretty bad mistake in here that I kind of fudged, and I hope it works out. But I think it will. I think it looks good. And I think she looks very pretty. I'm very happy about her. My one concern is that that is not the halfway point, but it's kind of looking on my fabric like it might be. But there's also a lot of creasing towards the bottom because this is not the halfway point, but on my fabric it looks like the halfway point, and I'm a little worried about that. I might just have to make some modifications to the middle of the bodice and make her a little shorter. I don't think it'll be too noticeable. I'll just have to fudge the pattern a little because I did start this. This is my first project that I've ever stitched on a linen. I love linen now, but I don't think I calculated it right. I think I messed up because I thought the pattern was originally, charted in 16, and when I did it, I think I put it in as 20 count linen instead of 18 count linen. So we'll see how much room I have. I'm gonna frame it myself. Me and my grandfather have been framing things for years, so he knows how to like make mats and everything, and I'm gonna have my mom help me and whoever can help me with that, because there's no way that a framer would frame that because there's not enough room to for them really to do it. So, but the piece that I got the most work on this week was my Heroes and Heroines by Amy Stewart, Heaven and Earth Designs. I am so in love with this pattern. I love it more and more every time I stitch on it. I went ahead and finished this page. This was all done last week, and then this was my progress yesterday and last night. I finished the last row yesterday and then came down and did this, and then all this stuff right here is today's progress. I'm loving where I am in this pattern right now. I will show it to you because it's the one I actually have. I am right here, so I'm getting down into this Great Gatsby part. And the one really exciting part about where I am right now is that's only like 10, 11 colors. Much different than when I was right here and there was like 30 colors. So yeah, I am super happy with where that is right now, and I'm absolutely loving it. I think I love it a lot because it's taking up a lot of attention, and it's also just, I just love it. I think it's so pretty. Yeah, this is going to be my 6th page that I'm doing, 6th page in 4 months. I've been stitching a lot recently because I just haven't had really much else to do. I'm very lucky to have a craft that is keeping me busy, because I know my grandparents love to work puzzles. That's what they do. They're both retired, and they don't really like to do outdoorsy stuff or anything, so they've been stuck inside, and instead of just trying to not just watch movies all day, they've been trying to do puzzles. But actually, apparently there is, because so many other people are trying to do puzzles right now, there is a shortage of puzzles, which is crazy. I think they'll probably just end up reworking puzzles they already have. But I know they were trying to order some, and they were like, we can't find them. Like, they had to go to 3 different websites to even find 1 or 2 of them. Yeah. So my plan for this week is to try my hardest to finish the gift for my sister, this one. I want to at least finish the pony, have that pretty much fully finished. So then next Monday, I think her birthday is today's the 30th, then next Monday would be the 6th. Yes, I think, because Wednesday would be the 8th. So yeah, which would then give me 4 days to finish that. But I want to have it done at least a day early so that if I can't see her on her birthday for some reason, I can drop it off to her. Yeah, because I live in the same house as my grandparents. They have an apartment that I live in. So I live in their basement. And my parents live about 20 minutes away. That's a lie, 10 minutes away. But they're the only people I've seen in the past 2 weeks today. They're the only people I've seen. I've been very good at social distancing. I actually went to Michael's today to do a curbside pickup because I had 2 good needles left for my Heaven and Earth design because I've been using 28 count. 28 point, maybe, is what they're called. just because the holes are so much smaller on this 25 count fabric, my Easy Count 25 count fabric, that I realized that if I used, because I usually like using 26 for my linens just because they're a little longer and the eye is a little bigger, so when I'm trying to thread two pieces of floss through the needle, I'm not spending 20 minutes trying to thread my needle. But I only had 2 of them left when we went into quarantine, or when we started practicing social distancing, and they have both tarnished because of how much I've been stitching. I have stitched since the beginning of my spring break. I think my cat might jump over here. I'm hoping he doesn't, because you might fall off. Biddy. Very sweet boy. They have both, because I was cross-stitching so much, I think that I've been washing my hands a lot. Anytime I put my cross-stitch down, I go in the kitchen, I wash my hands. Any of that stuff, I go outside, I wash my hands. So I think my hands have just been really dry, which means that they've been really sweaty. So I've been tarnishing needles like crazy. So yeah, when all this is over, I'm going to invest in some good needles. So if anyone has any recommendations of good needles that don't tarnish on them, please, because I feel like I run through needles because my hands are just sweaty, and I just feel like I take the little sterling silver off of them like crazy. Hi, Betty. You want up here? Come here. Come say hi. Oh, Betty. This is my baby. His name is Brew. I love him. He's been very cuddly the last few days. So, we'll see if he tries to mess with my cross-stitch stuff. I found out, oh my goodness, I found out that he likes to lick my threads. So, they get crusty and then they like fall apart. So I've had to start, like if I put it down to go make dinner, he'll be sitting on the couch and like he makes the muffins, and he just kind of like nuzzles and licks stuff. Why are you being a rascal? And I realized that he was licking my threads, and they would get crusty and break off, and I was like, what's going on with these? Like, I must be like way sweatier than I thought I was. And it turns out, no, it's just my cat licking my stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I hope everyone is staying safe and stitching. I hope everyone who is families with first responders, give them a big hug for me after they wash their hands, take a shower. Thank them for me. My mom personally works at a hospital, and I am thankful for her every day that she's doing what she does. So stay safe, everyone who works in that industry, and everyone who doesn't. You know, the people who work at stores that have to be open so that we can continue to survive. You know, thank you. Thank you, really. Because where would we be without you? But yeah, give your family a hug. Call your mom. I know I am every day. And just remind the people around you that you love them, because it's a hard time for all of us. And I think a lot of us are beating ourselves up for not always wanting to be productive, because I know that like I have a lot of free time now because I used to commute for 2 hours every day, and I'd have to get up earlier. I'd leave the house by 8:30. I wouldn't be home until 3 or 4, and now my classes are over at noon, and I don't have to get up till 9:30. And you know, sometimes I'm just like, I can't do anything anymore. I need to just veg. And I think today that really hit me, that I was like, I don't have to be doing stuff all the time. I know that that's what all my friends on social media are saying, is hustle, hustle, hustle. But, you know, you don't take some time for yourself. That's going to be very important. And just do what you need to do to make yourself feel good. Don't do anything for anybody else right now. I guess don't do anything for anybody to help your image. I mean, there are times for that if that's what you're about. But, you know, if your friends are on social media saying, oh, be productive right now, hustle, 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 because you got time off. I mean, not really. There's stuff going on. Life doesn't stop just because you have time off. I mean, I got laid off. I'm not happy to have time off. I'm not getting paid right now to be off. But, you know, take the time. Put your stitching down if you need to. And don't feel bad about it. Just be happy to be you. Be happy to be well and safe. And if you're not, make sure you're spending time to get better. Don't stress yourself out. Anyways, that was good to get off my chest. I do feel better. I probably sat here for like 10 minutes just staring and was like, oh no, I don't know if I want to make this video. But I'm glad I did. And I will see you all next Monday. I think that's when I'm going to film these, is Monday. Yeah, so I will talk to you all next week with some progress. Hopefully my ponytail will be finished and I will have, I'm hoping about 3 or 4 rows on my head. I think I'm probably going to end up doing more than that, but I don't want my goal to be too high, so then if I feel bad about not hitting it, you know, I don't want to do that. But yeah, no, I'm really happy with the progress. I think 5 pages in 3 months is incredible and will probably never happen again. But I will enjoy the progress while I can, so good luck, stay safe, and have a good week. Bye, y'all.